Despite the bear market, has a Cardano bull run started? In this video, we're going to be jumping down into exactly that. Has a bull run started here for Cardano? And what is actually going on in this space? Is Cardano a rocket ship ready for launch? As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe? Tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you'll be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Now, if you have not yet joined us in Discord, the link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check that out? And also in the link in the description below, you'll find our Patreon services. If you are looking for a little bit more from the crypto space, why not check out what we have to offer via Patreon? Okay, guys, let's get right on into this, right? We're going to be talking a fair amount about Bitcoin. We're going to have a look at some news. We're going to have a look at some charts, and we'll kind of wrap up with our thoughts of what we think is actually going on here with Cardano ADA. So let's start things off with this one here. Okay, so Cardano is in a bull run despite the bear market. When will the price of ADA explode? So obviously very captions with their headlines, trying to get those clickety clicks, as we say. Let's take a look and see what's going on in here, right? So basically Cardano is quickly surpassing Solana and Ethereum as the preferred platform for NFT buyers and sellers. We spoke about this a few days ago. Basically, they're the third largest NFT platform now, and people are leaving rapidly from Solana and they're leaving from Ethereum, and for various different reasons actually, but reasons nonetheless that actually make a lot of sense not to necessarily do your projects on those particular chains. Now, as you can see, Cardano's ADA has climbed 4% in the last 24 hours. At least this was at the point of recording this. It's actually exploded much further beyond that, and we're going to talk about that as well. Okay, so as we come into here, the Cardano blockchain is currently experiencing a rise in record network activity and frequency of daily transactions. Cardano's bull run kicked off and is ongoing, even though the native token ADA has not performed favorably in recent times. Now, this is an interesting one, right? A lot of people will say Cardano's not in a bull run, right? Straight off the bat. And I'm almost in that camp myself, right? Until we kind of break down what it is that drives a bull run, okay, and what it is that drives a bear market. And essentially it is demand. So when we think not about necessarily just price action and things like that, we have to understand that a bull market is driven from when the demand outpaces the supply. And because of everything that's been going on with Ethereum and Solana and the nature of people gravitating towards Cardano, we have actually seen an increase in the demand. So we can argue, sure, it's a loose terminology at best, but we could say, sure, Cardano's in a bull run, right? We could argue this. I'm not really one of those camps to think that it's going to be sustainable, however, okay? And if it is in this kind of increase in demand right now, is that going to be something that is sustainable slightly longer term? We have also seen Polygon's Matic with a huge surge of NFT activity, okay? So it's not necessarily that Cardano as a smart contract platform is in a bull run. It's more that NFTs are in a bull run, but you're not seeing it on things like Solana and Ethereum. It's interesting. There seems to be some pockets of activity going on with NFTs, but just not on places like Solana and Ethereum. So I don't want to say it's a broad range kind of Cardano bull run. I think it's an NFT based bull run, and I think that is different, okay? And the thing that we have to understand is sometimes these things do happen. We saw it in 2017 with altcoins kind of going on their own little journey whilst Bitcoin wasn't, for example. We called it an alt season, and now maybe we have to kind of consider some kind of NFT season as well. Okay, so it's interesting. On-chain metrics provided by crypto intelligence platform 𝗕𝗓𝗪. This is one that I use a lot, guys. I use it here, and I use it every day in terms of what we look for when we check out what's going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all that kind of stuff on the daily streams. So very familiar with them. It shows nearly 100,000 daily transactions on a 50% blockchain load. In addition, the number of transactions, the 24-hour addresses activity and volume of transactions is also also rising. This means a direct result of increased interest on NFTs on the Cardano network. So as I said, right, you can look at it as Cardano as a bull run or NFTs as a bull run, which is where I think things actually are. So, for example, the Ape Society, the largest NFT project on Cardano, hit a floor price of 10,000 ADA. The new price is a record for the Ape Society and Cardano, as it is the first time Cardano has hit this minimum. An NFT floor price is the lowest price of an asset in a collection, by the way, if you did not know. Okay, so an increased network activity, the Ape Society King Ford Edwards NFT recently sold for 180,000 ADA. So an NFT on Cardano NFT marketplace, JPEG, sold for 47,000 ADA. OpenSea NFT is a platform that ranks on Cardano's NFTs, or that ranks Cardano's NFTs, sorry. And the Ape Society is the third largest collection. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗡𝗧𝗏 and the Deadly Sins are in the first and second positions, respectively. So you can see that Cardano's NFT space is absolutely booming. This is one of the reasons that Chris and myself have chosen to kind of do our NFT project initially on the Cardano chain. It won't be solely there, but it's going to be there as kind of the first place to kind of go to. So it's really, really interesting kind of stuff to see that this ecosystem is growing the way that it is. Now, Cardano is gradually becoming the preferred NFT network. Could pump the price of ADA, which it will do. Retrospectively, you can't have one without the other. So reports indicate that NFT traders are slowly leaving the Solana blockchain for Cardano, although Solana has still has impressive figures, and it does. The statistics on the Cardano network seem more than enough to sway NFT traders. Last week, Cardano recorded a 110% increase in NFT trading in the last 24 hours, or within 24 hours, I should say. So really, really interesting kind of stuff. So no, I don't think that Cardano as a chain is in a bull run. I don't think the whole space or anything like that is in a bull run, but I do think there's some NFT activity going on. I think for Polygon's Matic was about 1,100% increase in activity on NFTs. I think there's something going on here in the background that is basically making NFTs absolutely boom right now. So moving on, the other one that I saw that was really interesting, and we're going to get into the charts and the data as to what's going on with the price action in a moment, which was this one. So EU Parliament, Cardano is a rocket in the crypto space. Will ADA price moon? So obviously, title is a title. It's going to get your attention, all that kind of stuff, right? Now, if we come into here, what's really interesting is that a member of the European Parliament, Stefan Berger, has recently showered praises for the Cardano blockchain network after his recent encounter with Frédéric Girard, CEO of the Cardano Foundation. Now, the Cardano Foundation has been working to make inroads in the EU blockchain landscape. With the EU working on fresh policies for blockchain and crypto innovation, Cardano is engaging with policymakers in this regard. So here we go. Great to meet with you, Girard. Good discussions about Mica. Cardano is a rocket in the crypto space. Keep it up. And obviously tagged in Charles Hoskinson as well as Cardano. And then, of course, down at the bottom here, we also have the tweet back from the Cardano Foundation CEO. It was a real pleasure to visit European EN today to exchange views with Dr. Stefan Berger, MEP. He is a passionate and engaged policymaker who asked smart questions about Cardano and is committed to supporting the development of blockchain applications across the EU. So again, really positive stuff. They talk about price action and all these kind of things here, but I'm not going to go into that. So essentially, interesting kind of things are being happening in the space for Cardano recently, and these things may have actually had a bit of a positive impact, we might think, on the price action. It will load up here on Cardano. So let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger so that we can reflect on all of this, okay? Let me get rid of this. So we can see that price moved up. Now, I don't want to kind of get too carried away with this just yet, okay? Now, it's exciting. Things are moving, right? We've seen some green in the crypto space. People want to get carried away. But we can't just ignore market structure either. Okay, and there's a lot of things to be thinking about when it comes to everything that we see here. So we were expecting, and we were talking about this way before the price of Cardano was moving up, and we were expecting a bit of a surge to the upside. Now my expectations were 39.89. At one point I didn't think we were quite going to make it there. Okay, and this is this fourth wave just here. Now we've rallied up really, really well. It looks like a 335 to me, and it looks like maybe an ending diagonal just up here. Okay, looking to end this. Now, with that being said, next move would obviously be a fifth wave coming on down into potentially new lower lows, because this is our new low lower down here, right? So for all those maxis out there and kind of thinking that the bottom was in, it wasn't in for Cardano, and the bottom actually came in only on the 21st of October, so just 6 days ago. Okay, so 6 days ago we had the bottom of Cardano right here. Okay, this is the bear market bottom as it stands today. Okay, then we had this run to the upside. Now this run to the upside is a couple of things. One, obviously we have that increase in activity, that demand for NFTs. Okay, that's going to be a part of this, but it's not the whole story. As we were kind of talking about not too long ago, I think it might have been even yesterday, the real reason for everything kind of moving the way that it has done is this here. This is the dollar index. This is on the daily chart, okay, and you can see that we pulled down. Okay, when the DXY and the dollar index goes down, crypto asset values go up. Okay, so DXY down, crypto up, and when the DXY goes up, crypto goes down. So in this bear market, what have we seen with the dollar index? Well, the dollar index has been going up, right? And crypto's been going down. Now, things don't move in straight lines. Okay, you have these pullbacks right in here, for example, right here, right here. Now, this is a little bit more interesting to me because it could be on the cusp of big, massive change. Okay, do I think we're there yet? Not quite. Now, if we were to kind of think about this from an Elliott wave theory point of view, it doesn't really map across perfectly, but it gives you a bit of an idea and a bit of a steer. If I go ahead and do this and map it across into this, you can see that we're almost on the 1-to-1. That would be 109. And then we'll talk about moving up. I think we're going to be heading up towards the 120 by the time this is all done and dusted. So I don't think with the DXY going up to 120 that Cardano's price will sustain going up. Not only are we in the structure to downside, as in we have this 5-wave drop here, and all of this is just our wave 4, talking about a 5th wave down lower, before we have another 4th wave up and another 5th wave down lower. Okay, so although I would love nothing more, considering the amount of Cardano I hold, to go straight to the moon, I think that is incredibly irresponsible of me to say that I think that's going to happen when I simply don't think that's going to happen. Instead, I think we're going to come down, we'll then rally on up, and then we'll rally on down again or crash back down again, right? Essentially, we are going to be following whatever the DXY is doing. And although we have a little bit of an increase in demand for NFTs on Cardano, it isn't really the sole driver behind this price movement. This is kind of a bit of a trick, a bit of a kind of a way of kind of making you think that one thing is going on, but actually what's really going on here is that the DXY cooled off, and when the DXY goes back up again, this is all going to look like, oh, it's just a dip. We'll buy that one as well. And before you, next thing you know, you're down here in these new lower lows, right? And so we don't want to get too carried away, but it is looking good. It's juicy. We've moved up quite a bit. Looks like we're finishing off this, and I don't think we're done yet either. We've still got some progression here on the hourly chart, not so much on the 4, the 8, the daily. These are all overbought. Weekly has progressed down a fair amount. That's pretty good. But we do have to come back down here. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a last kind of pullback towards the 30-cent range, and then a really good big rally into this wave 4 here before we finally finish off the bear market. So there's a few things to kind of think about. Now, a lot of this would get invalidated at some key levels, and we'll keep an eye on those. There's multiple different ways of looking at this. So we're either in this 4th wave now, or we're in this one. Okay, it's hard to say exactly which one it is, but we'll know closer to the time. If we move past 43.13, then I'm going to say that we're in this 4th wave move, not this one. And this one was actually complete up here. Okay, and we'll leave it at that. But yeah, it's going to be one of those. I think Cardano has a bright future ahead of it, regardless of where the price action is right now. Basically, the crypto space is beholden to the DXY. And the DXY, as you can see, is oversold on these timeframes. Still has a bit more room to drop down on the 1 hour chart, for example, but some kind of bigger move to the upside is highly likely. This is always going to be the opposite of what crypto assets are looking like. So if we throw in the Cardano, you can see that it's overbought on those timeframes, with the DXY being oversold on those timeframes. Okay, so just be aware that we are beholden to what the dollar index is doing, and I'm not expecting any kind of Fed rate pivot anytime soon or anything like that. So it is what it is, and we should be prepared for it. Right now, it's good to see some price action in green, but I think this is going to be short-lived in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll catch you all in the next one. If you hit like on this, I really do appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Until the next one, guys, have a fantastic day.